Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Big hello to all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. So what are we doing today? It's time for me to get to these. So here it is. Hey, it's me, Billy Ray. Someone told me you was throwing away perfectly good outboards, taking them out to that scrap heap. I'm the best commercial fisherman around these parts. You know how hard I worked to get my first outboard? No, Billy boy. I didn't throw away any good outboards. I'm the guy that likes to try and save good outboards, not throw them away. I have saved so many outboards that I got no more room to save them. So, I didn't throw away any good outboards. You understand? Well, I ain't gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna go out that scrap heap. I'm gonna see what you throwed away. If there's a good outboard in there, I'm gonna come back here and adjust you, and I'm gonna adjust you right. Well, you don't have to go out to the scrap heap. I still got them right over there on the side of the house. I'll show you what I'm throwing away. So, you can see for yourself. It's that day. And you say, what day is that? I'll show you. Power pack, starter, bench tested good. Six lovely plastic carburetors. Power packs, coils, 4 lower units, 3 tilt trims, tons of clips, hoses, but that's what day it is. It's take it to the dump day. Got the lower units off, because most of these motors, well, all but one of these motors, which I turned into the No-Tech over there, had been submerged. And there's other usable parts, but I've just got so much of it, I don't need it. So it's off to the scrap heap day. Yes, sirree. I'll be back. That is a ruined E-Tech 250, I think. No, it's an E-Tech 150. It went swimming and was left then to sit on a pallet for however long. Not many E-Techs around here, but the lower unit will work on your regular saltwater ocean runner series and so forth. So it's got a good lower unit, good tilt trim, and a few other things that I'll have to take off there. Coils, spark plug wires, and other things. So let me get some tools out here and I'll get to breaking this thing down. I'll be right back. Okay, so that's what I'm taking to the scrap heap. There's probably still a few good parts on there that, you know, people would love to have and stuff, but I can almost bet you that if it's going to the scrap heap, that's because I already have 6 or 8 of them. I'll give you some tippage on what one of the things that I find that you want to save on most outboards are are the consumables, things like coils, for me, carburetors, but it's also those little items, and I can show you what I mean. And you want to organize yourself pretty good too. You can see I've got them labeled. I've got Yamaha boxes just like these OMC. I've got a couple of Mercury boxes. And when I say consumables, plastic brackets, T-stack covers, connecting shift rod connectors, those brass, they always strip out. Throttle gears, they always get the teeth broken off on them, so I save them. A lot of the weird bolts and so forth that come in outboard motors that are kind of specialty, you know, these little bell crank things that are made out of aluminum, they break. But you gotta get you some of these trays. Here's the kind of bolt I'm talking about that would hold a shift bell crank in and so forth. You can see how it's got a long taper. Drain screws. I have messes of them. Yeah, and any kind of, you know, the plastic stuff. I've got a bunch more of this electronic stuff, the 30 amp fuses. So you do got to kind of organize yourself, or else if you do what I do, it can become overwhelming. These fuses, these are what you're going to find in your Japanese outboards. Your Yamahas and Hondas and stuff, you'll find a lot of those type fuses. And here's more of these 30 amp inline fuses. More specialty bolt. There's one of the little 30 amp fuses there. Stuff like this, roller cams for the carburetor. I got boxes and boxes of these, so I try and stay a little bit organized that way. But since that load I took out yesterday, I've had several more engines. See that 70? That's completely seized up. No doubt it's been submerged. There's a lot of good parts on it. I've got to part that one out. I've got over there that 40, the blue 40. I'm going to take the lower unit off and a couple other components. That one will be parted out. It actually runs. It's just that salty. A lot of it's stiff, eaten up with salty. The one with the 90 bonnet there. That one with the 90 bonnet. These are all going to be parted out. I generally do that later in the year, but I was getting tight for room around here. So I had to take part out a bunch of them, get them out there. So I save as much as I can. But space is always an issue. In both of these connexes here, my 15-footer and this guy here, they are completely filled with both new and used part. I know the lighting's not real good in here, but there's more of my trays and stuff with all my part numbers written on them. And then I've got gauges hanging over here. Brand new in the box. I've got steering rod connectors, tilt trim pins, running light. These are brand new hoses and so forth up there. Cables, shift cables, steering cables, brand new in the box, but also a lot of used. I've got a lot of brand new propellers, kicker brackets, a lot of brand new OMC water pumps, impellers. Then over there, I don't know if you can see it, I've got probably 15 VRO2 systems, more propellers, more steering brackets, tilt trim units, on and on it goes. So I could probably put another scrap heap load and get it another trailer. Well, I know I can. I've got that many engines I need to part out yet. So I took a break from my customers' engines and stuff and went ahead and loaded up a big trailer. Probably was a couple thousand pounds of scrap in there. But you can bet, I know you take that V6 Ocean Runner. The older one had 6 independent coils. The E-Tech 150 had 3 dual coils. Well, those dual coils can be used on the smaller, later models, 94 and up, 15 horsepowers, 20 horsepowers. The single coils can be used on many OMC models. So I get 6 of those off of one V6 two-stroker. So I save all the consumable stuff. I save a lot of the aluminum brackets, such as thermostat covers and so forth like that. They're expensive. And I do have a customer base locally here that buys from me. And I'm looking at maybe getting into shipping within the U.S. On smaller parts, things that'll fit in flat rate shipping boxes, because it's the same cost regardless. So that's something I hope to expand to here in the short future. But I save what I can, but I can't save it all, because you know I'm a small little shop. I only got so much space. My little shop right here is full of stuff too. I've got overhead storage for all my fuel lines, a bunch more impellers and spark plugs new, and spark plugs used. So that's pretty much how it is. I save what I can save, but I can't save them all as much as I'd like to. So the ones that are really clean and all, I try and put back into service, or if they're unique, that kind of thing. But I have to part them out. I don't have a choice. They come in here that fast. During the summer months, people bring 3 of them in here and want to trade it for one good running one, or maybe as a down payment, that kind of thing, and I do that. So I can't save them all, Mr. Ray. I'd like to. Thanks for watching.